If such a situation were to happen to you, what would you do? Would you let a beautiful woman into the car? What if that girl is a zombie? In this story, there are two guys, and everyone else, except for them, turns into zombies. They go to different places, like the market, and find no humans anywhere. They collect food from people's homes. Once, the guy is sleeping in the car, and a zombie girl enters the car, wanting to eat him. Suddenly, his eyes open, and he gets scared. To fully enjoy this suspenseful and terrifying movie story, make sure to watch our video until the very end. At the beginning of the movie, we are shown a man named Mickey. There is a bag and a baseball bat with him. Then after a while, a man comes running from inside, shouting. He was also shooting bullets from his gun inside the house. Then Mickey, who was sitting outside the house, runs away after hearing his voice. And the man who came from inside, his name is Ben. We are told that no one survived in this world because of the zombies, except these two people. Ben was a person who did not care for himself. And he used to pick up the baseball bat and go wherever he wanted. But his friend is completely different from him. He was a person who used a Walkman, kept an extra battery, and cared for himself. After that, they both go to different houses in the city. Now there is no one in those houses. But if you see a zombie in a house, only Ben used to kill them. But Mickey does not have so much courage. They go to different houses and collect all the things they need. They spend their time in such a way that they lie down on the road and sometimes throw stones in the river and enjoy. After that, when they get tired, they relax. And that's how they was spending their time. One day, while walking around, they see a big car. So Ben takes his gun and goes towards that car. There is someone sitting in the driver's seat and she is a zombie woman. Then that zombie slowly gets up and goes towards Ben. So Ben shoots her and kills her. Then he goes inside that car and starts it. Luckily it starts. Seeing this, they both are very happy. Because they had been walking for so many days and now they got a car. While talking, Mickey tells Ben that let's go to my friend's house. So they both go to Mickey's friend's house by car. When they go there, they find out that the girl is already dead. Mickey goes to that house and sits in that girl's room. He remembers all those moments that he spent with his friend. There are some pictures of her on the mirror, which Mickey takes off and keeps with him. Then on the other side, Ben starts looking for necessary things in the house. Then he finds a chair, a petrol can, and a walkie-talkie there. He keeps those with him. Then they find a toothpaste there. Now because they got it after a long time, they brush their teeth. After that, Ben checks his car and he finds out that the seat can be turned into a place to lie down. As there is a place for two people in this car, so we will stay here. Mickey thinks of staying in that house. Then Ben explains to him and says that it cannot happen as you want. Because if we stay here, we can die. We were stuck in the same house for 3 months, have you forgotten? Don't you remember? You also forgot that we ate dog food. And there was a time when we had to eat a dog. And if a lot of zombies came here and put us down, then we would be dead. Now after hearing all this, Mickey asks again, can we stay here? This time Ben gets angry and shouts at him. After that, they take the car back to the jungle. Then one day Mickey, the walkie-talkie that he had picked up from his friend's house, puts a battery in it and checks how far the walkie-talkie will work. Then he hears someone talking from another frequency. There two people talk to each other. Where a man was talking to a girl by calling her Amy. After hearing all this, Mickey tries to talk to him. He says that if anyone is listening to me, talk to me. Then the man who was talking to the girl says to him, who are you? Then Mickey says that there are two people here. My name is Mickey and my friend's name is Ben. We have also found this car. He is telling the story very happily. Then the man who was talking on the walkie-talkie, ignoring his words, says that do not contact me again. Then Mickey is very surprised to hear this and says that there is no one here to help us. We do a lot of work. Like we catch fish, we can also cook food. He requests a lot that please take us with you. Then the man says that there are already a lot of people here. There is no place for them to live, so where can I adjust you? He also says that do not even try to talk to me. Go away from here. Then he also tells Annie that you will not try to talk to Mickey. Otherwise, you can't even think what I will do with you. He is threatening her. Then Annie also says that I will not talk again. Now Mickey gets very angry after hearing all this. Mickey says that no matter what happens, I will be looking for them. Then Ben says to him that it's okay, find them if you want to find them. I have no issue. Now after 2 to 3 days, Mickey again says to Annie in the walkie-talkie, "Talk to me." Then Ben replies to him while eating that you have been trying to contact them for so many days. But they doesn't even care about you. That's why you have to leave this. Mickey says to him that that man told me that there is no place for you to live here. So surely they must be staying in a hotel. Then thinking this, they check all the hotels. When Mickey opens the door of a room, 2 zombies come out from inside. Then Ben quickly gets out of the car and asks Mickey to sit inside the car. He takes his baseball bat and says to Mickey that I had already told you that this would happen. And you didn't listen to me. He screams and starts killing that zombie. Then after a while, after killing those 2 zombies, they take the car and leave. The next day, Ben is having a bath in the waterfall. Then a zombie girl is slowly coming close to the car. The door of that car was a little open. That's why that zombie girl tries to put her hand inside and catch Mickey. But suddenly Mickey's eyes open. He moves away from there and goes to the other side. He quickly takes out the walkie-talkie and tries to call Ben. Now Mickey is watching that zombie girl, but suddenly her head is blasted. No one else but Ben had shot at her. Seeing this, Mickey is very shocked. After this, they leave from there and go to some nearby places. First they go to a school, but as usual, there is no one there. Then they go to a house and that house is also completely empty. Now Mickey wanted them to stay in a house like this and spend a normal life like other humans. That's why he comes and says that no matter what happens, we will stay here tonight. That night, before Mickey goes to sleep, he again picks up the walkie-talkie and says, "Annie, it's you? Please talk to me." Then that girl answers from the front that if I talk to you, they will know. And they won't let me stay here. That's why please don't talk to me. Ben is dancing while listening to the song. But he also has a pistol in his hand. Then he starts going out of the house towards the jungle. He goes there and sees a zombie who had been tied up. Ben easily goes to him and sits down. And he is watching him smoking a cigarette. Then he opens the zombie and pulls it and leaves it in Mickey's room and closes the door from the outside. Then yelling, "The zombie is here, the zombie is here." Mickey got frightened and urges him to open the door. However, instead of opening it, Ben just laughs, enjoying the situation. Then after a while, he opens the door and sees that Mickey's whole body is covered with blood. And that zombie is lying dead. Ben says to Mickey here, "Oh wow, you killed the zombie." He starts laughing by saying this. But Mickey is already angry. That's why he grabs Ben and starts hitting him too. After doing this, he goes out of the house. Ben also follows him. Mickey goes a little far and he says that I talked to that girl last night. But she told me that please don't talk to me. Then they starts living their life again. When they are going to the main road, they sees a car in front of them. Both of them open the car to take out the petrol. Mickey says to Ben that the car is very hot. This means that someone has just parked this car here. Then Ben screams and says that someone is here. But there is no response from the front. But when they check his petrol tank, there is no petrol in it. And then a man puts a knife on Mickey's neck. Then Ben hurriedly takes out his gun from his pocket. Then that man says to Ben that give me the key to your car. I will go from here. Then Ben immediately tells him that listen to us. If we are all stay together, then only we can survive. Then after hearing this, that man says that they also said the same thing to me. But then later they behaved with me in such a way that I am not a human. He treated me very badly. That's why I can't trust anyone. I have to go very far. That's why I'm telling you to drop your gun and give me the key. Otherwise, I will kill your friend. Then Ben says that okay, I'll put the gun down, the key is inside the car. Then that man quickly leaves Mickey and sits inside the car. But there is no key inside, because that key is with Ben. Then that man gets angry and says bad things to Ben. He runs out of the car. And Ben also goes behind, shoots and kills him. Then Mickey says to Ben, "What did you do? Why did you kill him? He was a human." Then Ben says that he was a human, but he was not a good human. He was a dangerous man. Don't you know that he was going to steal our car? And he also tried to kill you. Instead, I saved your life. Now they are busy in talking. Then a truck is coming towards them from behind the road. Then they both immediately become alert. Ben pulls out his pistol and turns it towards the truck. And asks who are you? Then they say that we are also survivors of zombies like you. Then a girl gets out of the truck and a man with a big gun gets out. And the car that was stopped there because the petrol ran out. That girl starts staring at him. And asks, "Have you seen the man driving this car? And where is he?" Then Ben says that he was a little annoyed. That's why we killed him. Then she asks, did he say anything before he died? Then Ben says that he tried to steal our car to go to his house, but said nothing else. Then the girl says that where did he get this car from? Did he say anything about this? They don't say anything about themselves, but they were asking questions from Ben and Mickey very carefully, as they confirm that they do not know anything. Then they says that this car was ours, and he stole it from us. And it was very good that you saved our car. Then Mickey goes to her and asks her if her name is Annie. Now for a second, the girl remains silent. But then she asks him, what are you asking? He asks her again, are you Annie? Then he also tells her that I have talked to you many times on walkie-talkie. But then suddenly that girl takes out a pistol and shoots it at Ben's feet. The man standing behind also takes Ben to his gunpoint. That girl, Annie, also comes to Mickey with a gun. And she says that I told you not to try to find me or contact me. That she shows the pistol and asks for the car key. And she throws the car key in the field. And she says that after us, find that key. After they leave, Mickey goes to the field to find that key. As soon as he saw, darkness was going there. But the key was not found yet. Then they decide that as it is going to be night, so they will find the key tomorrow. After that, they both go inside the car and sit. When they are sleeping at night, they hear some voices. The door opens. Then she looks at the road at night and there are a lot of zombies there. And they are slowly coming close to their car. Then Mickey, immediately panicking, says that let's run away from here quickly. But there is no car key because it falls in the field. Then Ben says that how can I run away? Because my leg is injured. He says to Mickey that only you can escape. So you run away from here. Then Mickey says that no, I will not go. All those zombies have surrounded our car. So it will be safe for us to stay in the car. In the morning, they wake up and see that all those zombies are watching them from outside the car. And rubbing their hands on the glass. So they are thinking about how to get out of the car. They are completely stuck inside the car. Now Ben gets angry and says to Mickey that you bothered her by calling her Annie. And that's why my leg is like this today. All this happened because of you. Then Mickey says that you can't start the car by connecting two wires. As in the movies, Ben says that this does not happen in real life. It happens only in movies. And if you pull the car wire, the car can break. And if the key is found later, we will not be able to do anything. Now they think about how many days will we survive with the water in the car. How many days can a man drink this water? All these zombies were standing outside the car and watching them. Which Mickey did not like at all. That's why he covers all the windows with blankets and clothes. So that the zombies can't see them. They are enjoying their life by drinking and smoking inside, without caring about what is going on outside. They also play cards, sing, and enjoy a lot. Then Ben insists to Mickey a lot and says to him that go and find the key. I know that you will definitely find the key. He explains that if you do not find the key even if you go out, then run out from here. And do not come back. Do not get stuck again by coming in zombies. Then Mickey says to him that I have no one but you. That's why I will definitely come back. Now to bring the key, Mickey comes out of the sunroof. Time goes by. And here Ben feels loneliness for the first time. A lot of time goes by. But Mickey does not come back yet. Then Ben thinks that maybe he is still looking for the key. Now he thinks of spending time by doing anything until Mickey comes. He plays with the boys, smokes, but time does not pass. Then he starts thinking that if he is calling me from outside. That's why he listens carefully that if there is any sound coming from outside. Now he starts missing Mickey a lot. That's why he prays a lot to get him back. Now a lot of time goes by. But Mickey does not come back yet. Ben thinks like a madman that I lost him too. He starts worrying about Mickey that he is alive or not. That's why he shouts out and says that Mickey come back. Ben was not able to tolerate loneliness. That's why he starts crying. But suddenly Mickey's voice comes from outside. Who is calling Ben? Then Ben is very happy to hear this. And the sunroof starts opening. And he immediately calls Mickey inside. After coming inside, Ben is very happy. But Mickey is very nervous. Then Ben asks him what happened. You took the key, right? Then Mickey shows his hands without saying anything. Then Ben also sees his hands. That there is a sign of zombie bite on his hands. Now Ben starts shouting like crazy. What did you do, Mickey? Mickey starts crying here. And says that please save me somehow. Now because Ben has no other way. That's why he points a gun at Mickey and requests him a lot. Please Mickey, get out of here. But poor Mickey says to him crying that please help me. But Ben has no other way. And he says to Mickey that I can't see Happy Mickey becoming a zombie. That's why he shoots Mickey there and kills him. Ben shouts and says that the one who was with him has also left today. Now Ben is completely alone. He has no one with him. He doesn't even have anyone to talk to. He can't even get out of the car. Thinking about all this, he sits there. Then he closes Mickey's dead body. Then Ben takes out the walkie-talkie and tries to talk to Annie. He says, Annie, can you hear me? I know you can hear me. Can I tell you something? Mickey is dead. He has been living with me for 3 months. We have been stuck in the same house for 3 months. Then how did we get out of there? You have no idea. We didn't do anything. Just opened the main door of the house. Because of which all the zombies entered the house. But we also took advantage of the opportunity and ran away from the other side of the house. The one who has been with me for so long has also left now. And you are the reason for all this. And the way I got out of that house, I will try to get out of here too. If I lose in that attempt, I will shoot myself and kill myself. And if I get out of this car safely, then your death will be in my hands. Saying this, he starts all the preparations to leave the car. Now he removes the cloth from the windows. To see where the zombies are going. Along with that, Mickey's Walkman also wears. He opens the back door of the car. He couldn't see anything because of the sunlight inside. After that, the scene is cut and shown to us. That Ben is walking with a baseball bat in his hand, hanging from a leg. And behind him, a lot of zombies are following him. And with this scene, the movie ends here. Thank you for watching.